Hello everyone, this is Caroline at White Wolf Mystic. I'm going to go ahead and do a reading for August for the water signs. Okay, so I will post below the timestamps for each sign so that you can go through and jump ahead to your sign if you don't want to watch all the way through. I'm going to start with Scorpio. I'm going to go ahead and pull an animal spirit card. All right, what do we have going on for Scorpio? Lion spirit, be generous of spirit. I love this. This is great actually because we are in Leo season right now. So Scorpios are channeling the lion energy. So generosity. What else do we have going on for Scorpio? Negativity. Okay, so for me this is coming through pretty clear. So July was a pretty rough month for everyone with all the eclipses and Mercury retrograde. I believe we still are in Mercury retrograde in Cancer. It will be stationing direct soon, but very, very powerful, potent energies for everyone, for the collective in July, and for water signs in particular, very triggering. So it may have brought up a lot of stuff for you, Scorpios, and what I'm seeing here is try not to let whatever it brought up, try not to dwell on negativity, be willing to not fixate and instead detach from what isn't serving you anymore. You know, sometimes we can process negative emotions and it's useful because then we can heal from them and move on and become stronger from it. But sometimes Scorpios have a tendency to attach for too long to the point where it's no longer helping you, it's only hurting you. Okay, so try and let go and be willing to forgive others. It doesn't mean you then resume those relationships if they weren't good for you, but be willing to just forgive others and let go, okay? Because this month we are learning to be generous of spirit. Even with those that may trigger us, we can still be kind and generous, but keep people at a distance, right? A healthy distance, setting healthy boundaries while still being kind, right? Channeling that lion regal energy. So let me pull a few tarot cards just to get some more specifics here. Okay, so I have disruption. This is the Tower. So I am seeing that many Scorpios, you may have had a Tower moment in July, which again makes sense because the eclipses were very, very powerful energy. They may have really shaken you to your core, shaken your foundation. I have base chakra. This is root chakra. This is our sense of stability and security. This is our sense of being grounded. So I'm seeing that that may have also been shaken up for you in July. It may have really knocked down some walls for you. And I'm seeing, you know, it's important to release that and to return to a place of, you know, generosity. This can even just be cultivating a sense of abundance and gratitude for what you have, even if things may not be how you want them to be. Maybe you did lose something in July, or you lost a relationship, or you lost, you know, a sense of security, whatever it may be. You can still act from a place of abundance and being grateful for everything that you have, okay? Because that will help to bring in more stability, whatever stability and security you may have lost, okay? And then I have passion ignited. So I am seeing here that whatever you did go through in July, it is helping to clear the path for you, to get clearer on what you want, to get clearer on what you're really passionate about and how you want to move forward. So I am seeing that it was useful, even though it may have been very painful, and that it is helping to inform you what direction to take and how to move forward, and to really rekindle that passion for relationship, for a career, for a hobby, okay? So July kind of was a clearing the path month, even though it was uncomfortable. Tower moments are never comfortable, but it's helping you to reawaken and to reignite that fire, okay? Because now we are in fire energy, so fire is perfect for stimulation, for excitement, for play, for creativity, okay? Let me get a couple of these Zen tarots, a clarifier. Yeah. Okay. Wow, this is such a great message. Okay, so we have suppression. This is 10 of Wands. This is taking on too many responsibilities, being overly burdened with everything that you have to do, taking care of too many people at once, and perhaps not taking care of yourself. So just taking on too many responsibilities to the point where it's just overbearing. But then we have sharing. So what I'm seeing here is this is, you know, sharing. Again, we have generosity of spirit. being willing to let go and forgive so that you can share of your energy with others, right? Rather than just holding up and withholding out of fear or just wanting to protect yourself, which is, you know, very natural impulse for you Scorpios. But sharing of your energy with others, if it feels right for you to do so. Again, boundaries are important. Sharing what you have with others, because then even sharing responsibilities, because this is being overburdened with the responsibilities. So sharing responsibilities, you know, learning to delegate some of your responsibilities to others. Let others help you, Scorpio. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Don't allow yourself to become too overwhelmed. So also sharing of the responsibilities with others. Be like, hey guys, can you help me with this? I'm really struggling. And being willing to just share that so that you can be more generous, so that you can also allow others to be generous with you, right? This is the nature of love, is giving and receiving, giving and receiving. You don't ever want to be too much on any one end, because then you suffer, right? Whether it's through martyrdom or through greed. So allowing others to take care of you, giving and receiving, giving and receiving. It's a cycle. Okay, so let me pull an outcome card. Okay, you're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, so I am seeing that whatever tower moment we may have had in July, it is helping to clear the path in August for your passion to be ignited, for a new relationship, for going deeper in those hobbies, becoming more skillful in something, working in your career. Okay, so it was serving you, even though it may be hard to recognize that now, even though your stability may have been shaken to its core. Recognize that it is going to serve you if you use it. And, you know, leaning on others. Don't be afraid to lean on others, to share what you have, to share in your responsibilities. Being generous of spirit, because you're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, that's Scorpios. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Moving on to Pisces. What is going on for Pisces in August? Use your mind wisely. Okay. And what's the energy we have going on with that? Kindness. Okay. So what I'm getting with this is try not to give too much away, Pisces, because I know that Pisces are very, very, very loving, very empathetic, highly intuitive, sensitive individuals, right? You can pick up on other people's needs and challenges so easily without even having to give it a second thought. But the challenge with that is sometimes you overgive and people walk over you. Okay, sometimes they don't even realize that they're doing it, and it's not always malintent, but it does happen because you can be so giving. So what I'm seeing here, you know, use your mind wisely. Just being careful of who you give your time and energy to. It doesn't mean you can't still be kind, but you can be kind with healthy boundaries. And in fact, setting healthy boundaries enables you to be more compassionate, right? Because then you're not setting yourself up for heartbreak. You're not setting yourself up for overgiving and draining your energy, and then becoming resentful and bitter towards those who aren't giving back as much, right? Sometimes, you know, as a nurturer, you may tend to overgive because you're hoping that then in return people will give to you in equal measure, and that's just often not the case, is it, Pisces? And I'm sorry to say, because not everyone is as much of a giver as you. You are one of the most nurturing signs of the zodiac, and recognize not everyone can give as much as you. And so setting those boundaries, only giving what you're really willing to give without asking anything in return, and, you know, also communicating with others what you expect. So if there isn't an exchange of giving and receiving, letting people know what you expect in return so that you don't get walked all over. Okay, very important. Let me pull a few tarot. Okay. Yes, so we have transformation. This is the Death card. Victory and success and balance. So I am seeing also for all my water signs, July may have been a very, very triggering month with the eclipses, with Mercury going in retrograde. So it may have been very triggering. You may have done some really deep healing, and you're now entering a new cycle, a new phase. You've done some really important shedding, and we're now emerging from the shell, emerging from the cocoon. Okay. And this is bringing you success. But again, I am seeing that it's important to have balance. Balance. Again, giving and receiving, not over giving, using your mind wisely, setting healthy boundaries, okay? Very, very important. Let me get a few Zen Tarot to clarify what we're talking about here. Okay. So we have the Creator and we have traveling. So I am seeing that there's kind of been like a release, right? Going through a death cycle can be very challenging. It's shedding of our old self, our old perspectives, and moving into a new self, new perspective. It's kind of like entering through a door or a portal or a threshold is the word I want to use. So again, a new cycle of renewal. And now it's liberating you, right? To be more clear on what you want, to connect with the divine, to travel, to have new experiences, to do new things. So Leo season, August is going to be very liberating for you, Pisces, and that you can move forward. So that's all really, really, really positive. And then just using your mind wisely in terms of balance. It just means making sure you're taking care of yourself, making sure you are staying grounded, because Pisces can tend to be very much in tune with spirituality and very connected, but not so much grounded to the earth. So making sure that there is a balance between spirituality and practicality, right? Between earth and heaven, finding that balance is very important. And when you do that, you are able to empower yourself to be more kind to others. But it's through balance and through setting healthy boundaries, okay? Let me close out with a Moonology card for my Pisces. A time for healing, okay? So for me, this is, for other signs, healing might be about reflection and rest. I'm not seeing that we're healing that way, Pisces, in this month. I see we probably have done a lot of that in July. So for Pisces, healing is about moving forward, starting a new cycle, liberating yourself, taking more action, having more experiences. So this is a very active energy, Pisces, for this month. So just finding the balance, focusing on that balance, okay? Setting healthy boundaries as you move forward, but definitely a very liberating energy that I'm getting for Pisces. So moving forward, going after what you want, setting those healthy boundaries. It doesn't mean you can't still be kind and compassionate towards others, but you're doing it from a healthy barrier where you're not allowing your energy to be drained. And then moving forward into this new self, because you've done some really important work and now you're moving into a new cycle, a new beginning, which is wonderful. And I'm so happy for you guys. So taking August out to just move forward, build that momentum, go after what you want, be creative and have fun, okay? But set healthy boundaries. All right, last but not least, Cancer. What do we have going on for Cancer for the month of August? Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. Okay, let me get an energy that goes with this. Guardian. Okay, so what I'm getting with this is that you are being watched over, Cancer. You are being looked out for, because July was a very heavy month for all of you. I had a few readings with Cancer clients this past month, and it was heavy, very heavy. Not just the new moon and eclipse, the eclipse season, Mercury stationing retrograde, and then gliding into Cancer. It's just a lot of very heavy, watery energy. I know many of you were very triggered. So taking some time out to kind of let the wounds heal, allow the scar tissue to develop, because it did bring up a lot of really heavy stuff for you guys. So August is going to be a month of rest for you, and recognizing that you are being watched over. Now that you've done all the important digging and clearing the wounds, now is a time when spirit can come in, now that you're a little bit more receptive, because July you may not have been very receptive. You were just super like, the wires were being crossed and like the signals may have just come through really foggy, a very stressful time for you. But now that that is over, now you have a moment to breathe. Now you can be more receptive. And what I am getting is that now is a time that spirit is going to step in and send you messages, send you signs and signals, send you opportunities. So being open and aware that you are being looked after now. This is a beautiful number 44, master number. So just taking some time out in August and allowing yourself to be open and receptive to whatever spirit wants to send to you, okay? So not an active energy for you Cancers in August, a very passive energy, receptivity, intuition, okay? Taking a step back, allowing things to come to you, to flow to you. And pull a few tarot cards. Okay. So we have new beginnings, memories of love, recognition and reward. So for me, new beginnings is, again, because we've done so much deep work in the month of July, recognizing that we have now cleared the path for new beginnings, for new things to come onto your doorstep. Now that you are more clear on what you want and what you don't want. Okay, so really great, powerful time. And there is still some reflection here. So this is a card of the past. This is a card of nostalgia. And so getting clear on our relationships, perhaps the ones that really bring us value and the ones that don't, getting clear on that and prioritizing those that have really been there for you, especially in the month of July, those who really were there to support you, nurturing those relationships that really were there to nurture you. And recognition and reward. And what I'm getting with this is try not to let the need for other people to validate you get in the way, because to me this is a card of just needing to be recognized or needing attention. You know, again, because July perhaps was very triggering, maybe you really needed to lean on people, and maybe other people were also going through some hard stuff and they weren't able to be there for you as much as you really needed them to be. Being willing to let that slide is what I'm getting, not because, you know, just forgiving them and ignoring that it happened, but recognize that July was maybe a very tough time for a lot of people, and they may not have been able to be there for you the way you needed, and perhaps it was better for you to have that time alone to process things. So if there are some important relationships that you really care about, but maybe they weren't supportive of you in the month of July, being willing to give them a little bit of flexibility, okay? If it intuitively feels right for you. Obviously, if you feel like a situation is toxic, then listen to your intuition. You have very good intuition, Cancers, so listen to that first and foremost. Let me pull. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting with this also, we have We Are the World. This is Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, I believe, and 4 of Pentacles, yes. So being willing to, again, let go, to forgive, let go of bitterness and resentment. Don't cling to the past. Now that we have done so much deep work, allowing things to just naturally sift themselves, being willing to let go and recognize that we are all connected, being willing to nurture those relationships and forgive those that perhaps really weren't there for you, and then forgiving those that may be toxic relationships that you need to let go of. Again, still forgive, let go of the bitterness. Even if you decide to depart from that relationship, you can still forgive, so that there is an energy of peace rather than suffering. That's what I'm getting. Okay, and let me end with a Moonology card. So I am seeing that July was very triggering for you, Cancers, and also that August is a month of healing and a little bit of reflection and taking more time to rest, because you need a little bit extra time to rest considering everything that you went through, is what I'm picking up on. Conclusions are within reach, okay? So if there are some lingering situations in some of your relationships that haven't resolved themselves, and I am seeing that they are going to come to a resolution. Let me just get another card, advice from Spirit in that sense. Yeah, consciousness. So just being mindful, taking some time out for reflection. You know, rest is going to be really important for you in August, and recognize that you are being taken care of, okay? Spirit is very much here for you, supporting you and sending you whatever you need to recover, to move forward, okay? So conclusions are within reach, and whatever is still unclear, or in, what is the word I want to say? Whatever is still in limbo for you, Cancers, I'm seeing that you will get a lot more clarity in August, okay? But it is clarity that is going to come to you from Spirit. Again, very passive energy for you in August, not super active energy. Just, again, allowing the time of July and everything that you have moved through to continue to sift and settle, letting the dust settle is what I wanted to say. And just taking some time for rest and reflection in August, okay? And knowing that you will be provided for and cared for, okay? So that is Cancer. That is the water signs for August. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.